Well, hello and welcome to another video on Patrol Ripley's YouTube channel. I'm coming to you here tonight with just a random video. Let's see, what is it? 1:45 a.m. in the morning. As you can see, it's randomly very hot here. I think it was like 80 degrees earlier. What is the weather right now? Let's see, my computer, 73, kind of hot, sweating. Really fun. You need to turn on the ceiling fan at this time of the year. But coming into you today, I don't like that phrasing at all. I'm coming to you today with right after the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. I guess technically not the day of because it's 1:45 a.m. But you know, my sleep schedule, same day. And I just want to come and give some of my briefest thoughts here, because I was thinking lots of stuff talking about it, and I think it might be fun to make a quick little random video talking about it, just freeballing. I had some ideas, but I didn't write anything down, so I'm just doing this all from the head. So I hope this is okay. Overall, I thought it was interesting. To be fair, I haven't watched it. I saw like some of the stuff announced for it, and I've kind of looked at some of the stuff I've been maybe a little bit more interested in. Honestly, it sounds kind of neat, but I don't really have kind of the bank going on to really afford that many of like this type of stuff. And it's funny, I went from like not really being that interested over the course of the day, kind of like, yeah, you know, put this on the list. There was kind of the bottom of like my list right now. I mean, I think there's like 3 things now, including it. There would have been 4 things, but one of those is a new phone, and I ordered that like yesterday, so it should be here soon. So that's kind of nice. I mean, it's like another cheap phone, but hey, it's a newer one than the one I did have. But let's see, that top of my list kind of is some sort of VR headset. I think I do have a couple of games I can play with it. There's a couple others I'd also like to pick up to go along with it, to really kind of test it out. And I will be real here, I'd like to kind of do that before like my vision fully goes on me, because I mean, this is a degenerative eye disease. One of the highlights of my year is my upcoming eye appointment. I'm probably going to reach the I guess goal of being officially counted as disabled from vision. I probably don't hit that 200. I think I'm like one level below that. So I think it's 150. I think I'm at the point where my vision's the numbers go up by 50. It's 50 or 25. I'm pretty sure I'm like one below that limit of not being legally blind. Hey, one of the upsides of that is not having to pay property taxes anymore. So you know what, score. But yeah, with that kind of looking forward to in the future, honestly, I'd like to probably do that before it fully goes, because I won't then be able to ever have like enjoyed it, which is kind of like a wasted investment. I don't know, maybe donate it to the church or something. I don't know. But I'd like to maybe pick up one of those. I think some of those are like cheap enough. But that's kind of like one of my top things to do when I start having a little bit more money roll in. It's like fully disposable money, and not just like $5 worth, stuff like that. And then the second one from there is a game capture device, so I can capture some stuff from my phone, of course the new phone, because there's some phone games I like to play that I can't really do on computer, and I'd love to like stream some of them and talk about some different things with that. Of course too, like hey, if I get the Switch 2, then I could stream stuff from the Switch 2, and there's honestly a lot of stuff I'd love to stream. I even do some more stuff with like my Switch 1. And go through and play a couple of those. Like if I pick it up on my TV over here, and you know, we over here gaming and looking at chat and you know, all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of like my second thing. But the Switch 2 managed to get up there in like, you know, 3rd place, and it's $450, which is kind of high, but I think good. I think I'm operating off old prices of PlayStations, but I think that's like half the price of the PlayStation. I mean, of course, I remember when that came out. Of course, it was like COVID lockdowns and the shortages and other stuff. I thought there was even a model of that was just like 1,200. So honestly, it's kind of cheap. I think what was it? Switch 1 was like 300. I mean, obviously it's more, but it's also been kind of a while since the Switch 1, and it looks to be lots better. Haven't looked too much into that, but I mean, it's a Nintendo console, so I'll probably just get in and have fun with it anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much to me. The games normally run pretty good, in my opinion, though I just talked about, you know, being like blind, so you know, who cares my opinion of if the game looks good or not. Then let's see what else. And then I think the only game I'm really maybe excited about is Mario Kart World or Worlds, I can't remember. That one. Of course, there's a couple other remakes, some other things I would probably get for that over the Switch 1. Of course, if I have the capture device, and I could stream some of those. Probably Xenoblade Chronicles X remake. I never actually did play Forgotten Lands. I might would pick that up with this little expansion. I don't know, maybe Kirby Air Ride. I don't know. Don't really do Donkey Kong. Don't really want Legally Distinct. Technically not Bloodborne 2. I think there was a couple others, but those were kind of the ones that stood out most to me. Oh, and then of course the online, which so I have to pay for that, but I guess you're still paying for that for other games too. Is going to have like Pokemon Coliseum, and XD Gale of Darkness. I think it was like Radiant Dawn, I forget the two Ike games. So it was one of those Radiant something, because it's like Radiant Dawn and Beginning Radiant, something like that. I've got one Radiant's at the front, one's at the back. But you have those two games, so obviously probably some other stuff I'd like to play too. But it honestly looks really interesting, and you know what? I'm gonna hate to say it. I'm a big old dick eater because I'm gonna be. Well, I'm not buying it right now, but I will be getting Mario Kart Worlds for $80. Actually, no, probably $90. I'll probably buy the physical copy, and I'll get the DLC stuff. I think it was like announced for some DLC plans, but. Honestly, that game kind of won me over. My biggest problem with game prices being up is they're going up for like the same quality. And that probably sounds what quality? Admittedly, a lot of that is subjective. It's what you're willing to kind of pay and what you think is worth that or not. Like for the $70 games, did you think it was worth an extra $10? My biggest complaint is most of those games didn't really look like it. To me, it's all enough with Mario Kart World. I think it's. I'm calling it World. Mario Kart World that I would get it for $60, $70. The new stuff they added in looks like it's worth me giving them an extra $10, $20. I guess maybe almost 30 for the physical copy, some other stuff with that. But it actually, to me, looks worth it. Granted, those other games don't look like they would be really worth it to me. They're kind of also. I mean, I guess I have a little bit more disposable income. Maybe I would be a little bit more happy with it. Right now, I don't really have tons of cash. I'm not just dripping in money, as you can probably see by my unmade bed over there. I just don't have tons of disposable cash, so I'm not like looking forward to getting many games. But I will admit, for one of the first games I have seen that's worth an extra value, Mario Kart Worlds looks like it. To be fair, I could have probably just taken the next Mario Kart to just be, maybe added some new levels into it, hopefully ported over lots of the old ones too. I mean, just give me lots of courses to race on, some new vehicles, maybe some new characters, abilities, some new little like gimmicky mechanics. Like 8, you had the hover wheels thing, and they add anything else to the game that you could bump into stuff with speed boost, so it kind of worked out, but it wasn't anything exactly new. But it was just, I felt like a solid game, and honestly, the Switch version, for being one I was against a lot, because I already had the Wii U version at the time. I didn't want to buy that, and it's just a little bit more. With all the DLC and other stuff won me over, sadly. I couldn't get that kind of before my dad died. I was looking forward to getting that, and we could play all the new stuff. He liked racing games and some other stuff like that. So I guess it kind of has a little soft spot to my heart for that as well. But just the sheer amount of stuff looks like they have added here has kind of won me over for the extra price. So I believe the basic gist is they're sort of adding in open world maps, it's like world tour basically, and it looks like it's kind of set up where the Prix is. Prix? I don't know, it looks like Prix to me. It's basically like you going from here, there, here, and something about you drive between the races. I don't know if that's the race itself. It's a little bit weird. I need to look into more information, but I saw it looked neat. And there's even like a free drive mode where you can just drive around the maps and go off, I guess, the normal road. I don't also know exactly what that means, because it's about finding new paths. If it's like sort of open world from point A to point B, and you could go up here, down here, find like new shortcut. it looks neat though. I feel like you're probably just gonna pick the same sort of stuff with like oh, this is the most direct route. People are probably just going to do that. But it looks like there's tons of characters, which kind of won me over. Lots of stupid stuff. I saw a cow. I saw a cheeseburger toad. I saw a snowman. I saw a skeleton fish. That's just all kinds of stupid stuff. Won me over with that. The vehicles look kind of neat. Lots of interesting looking vehicles. Lots of interesting looking. So like I saw like a cow grinding on a powerball. Honestly, they had like grind rails in. So you know, bye speed storms. Which I think also helped. I've got a little bit more to speed storms recently, and I'm looking for like a better racing game. You know, that looks like the better racing game. But just look like it had lots of interesting stuff. Apparently they're adding in other things. I would hope they will actually add in some like, that's actually DLC, because they're supposed to be doing DLC. But maybe like tracks from old games. Like I would love, honestly, my ideal thing would have been taking all this stuff from 8 and adding in lots of other tracks along with it. Of course, they've added more of the stuff from Mario Kart Tour and some other things like that. Though we might have some of those cities where you can drive around a little bit more freely. That might be kind of neat. Though it also looked like it's oddly lots of point A to point B. It's not like so much laps anymore. Though they might add some of those in as tracks. Maybe you drive to where you stop the track at. I don't know. But yeah, just all the stuff they've added in just looks really neat, and I feel ashamed as a gamer, because I would say to people, you know, just yes, give me the $70 game for the same exact thing. That's a dick eater right there. That's a consumer that must consume product and just be happy with it. You can't complain about all of that kind of stuff. And now I'm like, $90? Yeah, I would give you that for that. But honestly, I think kind of the main reason I wanted to make this video is I think one of my biggest things I've been wanting to see from that is if you're going to, like, you know, bump up the price like that, is you'd actually give me a little bit more, and this one actually looks like a little bit more. Of course, there might be some other stuff that comes out it's not that interesting. It looked like it maybe was just like 6 pre's or something they showed off on the list, but maybe it scrolled, I don't know. But that might be kind of small, though I don't know too if it's like a wide open area, if there's different like track layouts within it. It might be kind of like Speed Storms where they have like a big track and they divide up different sections for different races. I honestly kind of need to see a little bit more, but what I have seen has honestly gotten me interested. I am very surprised by that, especially with hearing the price. Though honestly, they showed off enough stuff that I'm like, I kind of want this. Oh, it's gonna be $90 for physical? Oh well, I guess I'm gonna be paying $90 and this has been, like I said, it's not like the top of my list. I have to get this day one or anything. Of course, maybe if I have like the money, because I was like, I can buy the Switch itself too, so that's kind of like expensive right there. Though I think it's a day one title, so it's probably gonna be like some bundles or something with the console. I'm curious to see what they do with that. But yeah, honestly, it's surprisingly something on my list, and they have won me over for something that I would have complained to other people for, that you were just okay with paying those exorbitant prices for just kind of a basic game that you drop, of all things, Mario Kart. And I'm like, yeah, I feel that. Would never thought Mario Kart would have been the game to win me over. You know, maybe something like Tears of the Kingdom or something like that, which I would mind maybe getting for the Switch 2. But I know it's a game that's never going to be worth the price to me, because I probably will get distracted playing it and wind up never finishing it. And I've also seen most of the stuff they have to offer, so it's not like it's really too much new for me to really experience there. But with Pokemon, ZA possibly, they'll also need to finish for the previous one. It's I think I get Scarlet. That was another one of those games with it being open world. I just like got distracted doing other stuff, and of course never actually wound up finishing it. But yeah, I just want to make this little recording because I thought it would be kind of neat talking about this. I hope this has been okay. I know we're just doing this straight off the cuff, and it's just webcam, everything kind of looks bad, lighting, all this kind of stuff. It's okay. But yeah, I just want to kind of talk about this because I know everybody on like X was talking about this and different things, and it seems like you got the people to hate this that were okay with the other stuff. Of course, like Nintendo's gonna fail, and I'm like, just like everybody I saw that kind of was more interested, like, yeah, I'll pay for this. And honestly, I think it just looks really neat. I'm surprised they could show off that much stuff. There's like the amount of like new stuff they've actually added into this game. Because I don't really know what exactly the point of the free drive mode around the maps is going to be. It's about like finding shortcuts, but I feel like you're just going to find that when racing. And I know nowadays age, people might just like look it up, or you're just going to follow the other people or something like that. I'm hoping there's something maybe to do out there. Though, hey, if you could give me something that's a little bit more like of a, say, daily grind, I don't want it to be like a daily grind, but if it's something that can kind of fill the monkey brain that Speedstorms gives me, I would love Mario Kart to replace it. I like it way more than Speedstorms, but there's not really much to do in Mario Kart in like a daily or a little bit more of an often sort of sense. So yeah, there's kind of that, but I think that's probably one of the biggest things to see besides like number of levels or tracks or whatever they're going to be doing in here, because there's like free drive, there's the pre-mode, and there's like, it looked almost like it was the pre-mode, but it's like a whole bunch of checkpoints, and you're driving, and if you reach the checkpoint below a certain position, you get eliminated. It keeps on going like that. Honestly, that looks kind of neat. But yeah, I'm just curious to see what else they have for that one. And yeah, I guess that's really it I have for this video. I'm surprised Mario Kart is the one, but Mario Kart honestly looks way more interesting than I thought it would. And you know, it don't sound too bad. I'm more interested in that than, of course, the Sonic game, or I guess technically more Sega, because they have some other stuff in it. That Sonic racing game. I feel really bad because I like that Sonic All-Star Racing's Transformed. I think that's what that title was back in the day. And I feel bad that you waited this long to release a new Sonic racing game, and it's around the same time you're going to have Mario Kart, the new one, coming out. Because that was like a system seller for two systems, and they've run off that same game for what, 13, 12, 14 years, something like that. But yeah, that's probably what I'm going to be getting, to be honest. And also you have Kirby Air Ride. A remake, a sequel, I'm not really sure. Somebody I know was really excited about that. I think they were calling it a sequel, but I thought the thing I saw on YouTube was it's just like a remake. Or pull, whatever you want to call it. Which I think is interesting, but that's a little bit more like of a different, I think, sort of title too. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm interested in. If anybody does watch this, please let me know your thoughts in the comment below. Am I just a big old dick eater? I'm eating a whole bucket of dicks? Or is like anybody else just really excited for this too? Is it just like you think it looks neat? Do you accept some games being more expensive because it looks like they have the quality, and also by quality I mean like gameplay and other stuff. Like I feel like the stuff that matters more so than graphic sort of stuff. Like you have the nicest graphic and the gameplay just sucks. You can have like lesser graphics and the gameplay be really good. I think the graphics here to me look solid, nice and colorful and everything. When the levels looked very different and varied, and stuff looked really nice. Characters looked really nice, and it looked honestly pretty fun. That had lots of new stuff. It's not just like Mario Kart 9. It's like an actual new game, which I think is just really neat. But yeah, I think I've rambled about this for too long now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I hope to one day get that capture card, maybe pick this up, and maybe we can play it new when it comes out. I think it's like in a couple months. I don't really think it's going to be feasible. I'll have like $550 of disposable money saved up there. Of course, I need the capture card too. For like Tim said, he got his for like $200. So would that be $750 right there? That's kind of a decent bit, but you know what, maybe. So until next time, so Goodly signing off. Goodbye, and have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in a future video. Peace.